For our last assignment, we are supposed to make a webcast, which is supposed to have us use persuasive techniques in order to persuade for a certain topic or organization or anything that we want. So, Carissa, if you want to explain how we're going to use what we've learned for that.
Basically, I mean, from what I've seen is if you look on a lot of these companies' websites, they have these little videos of like what they do and how they, benefit the world. Like I know the internship I'm coming with, they're talking about satellite communications, what they're using for, to do that, see how it helps the regular businessman. And I think basically from what my understanding is that is what the webcast is doing. It's helping us to not only be informative about what the organization is, but also be persuasive as in, like, we're helpful, you should use us, and that sort of thing. So I think it's very useful in the business world especially, but also in other occupational jobs that just tells you, persuasive techniques in general are a good ability to acquire so that you can persuade people to, either share your view or do something good for the society.
Yeah, I think it's definitely important that even as far as like business-wise goes, to have your persuasive skill and be able to present it to a group of people in the hopes to obtain what you want to obtain. But what I'm really excited about is learning about how I can do that in like my everyday life. I really wouldn't consider myself a persuasive person. I kind of just like go with the flow. So having like those skills in my back pocket that I can just like, I'd be able to like have a conversation and maybe try to, explain what I think, and that person doesn't have to agree with what I think, but at least I can like reason with them that they can see it from my side. Because I'm not very good at articulating, if you can't tell. So I'm excited to like get that skill and being able to use that in just like day-to-day life.
Yeah, and obviously for what I want to do later, since I'm going to law school, persuasive, I'm sure, is a slight thing that I need to be able to do, but even more so, I think, we talked about business and how important it is in business, but I think persuasive is used in everyday life. I mean, Carissa, you want to be a teacher. I can imagine a job where you need to be any more persuasive than when you're teaching students something and you have to convince them of something. And Allie, you want to do calm, and when you get up and you have to persuade whether it's good, bad, or whatever. But you have to, I think in almost anything you do in life, it's all about persuasion, about getting what you want people to feel to kind of agree with you. And I think to do that is a lot harder than you would think. And I think we're learning that talking in front of people and getting your point across can be difficult. And this persuasive project, the dimension of having to do it again to a camera and a PowerPoint over the internet, and all that stuff's going to be hard, but we're learning a lot, and I think it's going to help anybody in everyday life, and that's definitely going to help us. And I think we'll probably learn a lot from each other. I'm sure we'll do another reflection or something, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. But okay, so we've used what we've learned and how we're going to apply it, and I guess a good thing to end on would be what the expectations are for the course. And now that we've kind of gotten the hang of a few things, what we expect to happen in these next few weeks and how we hope to end the class. And I personally hope that these next few weeks, since we've kind of gotten the technology more under control, and I think we found a good group that we work with well, and we can bounce ideas off each other, and I know that we have now relied on each other to learn things, and I'm looking forward to closing the next few weeks smoothly, and especially on that persuasive project, maybe learn some valuable things. And as much as we hate it, we're probably learning a good amount from these readings we're doing and the quizzes that we're forced to take, but the next few weeks it'll all be over, which is, kind of weird to think about, but I definitely think we have a lot to learn and a lot to look forward to. So.
Okay, well, I think I completely agree. I feel like we definitely have like a lot to learn. We've learned a lot so far, and I think that as far what I think I've gotten the most out of is just trying to get comfortable with this technology. And so far with the podcast, with the interview, and with this mock progress report, I feel like we'll be able to take the technology worry out of the picture and be able to just actually focus in on what we've learned so far and be able to use that for our our last two presentations.
Yeah, I think, as I said in the beginning, you're always improving your speaking ability, and we talked about that. We're using critique forms, you're gaining things from others just by watching other people speak. So I think just this whole class has been good as just reinforcing any speaking ability we already had, improving any the areas we were weak in. I think these next few projects, the podcast, is just totally would really help us in the real world.
Yep, I completely agree with you guys, and I think that would conclude our midterm class progress report. My name is Mike, and I've been with Carissa and Allie.
The mock progress report.
Mock progress report, and and I guess we addressed our backgrounds, we addressed each project we've done, and expressed our expectations for the end of the year, and kind of intermingled, bounced ideas off each other, and talked about what we learned, what we expect, and I think even from this report we've learned a lot, and I think all of us look forward to the projects to come. So thank you for listening, and until our next project, I look forward to working with Carissa and Allie. So thank you guys.